Hello friends, this is Cauldron back with Dragon Age Inquisition. We're here in Skyhold, where I'm going to see if I have any quests that came back. I don't think I do. And then we're going to continue on with, I guess with what Pride had wrought. That's the Elf Mirror quest. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here. I cleared out my inventory down to 28 spots out of 90, which is nice. And yeah, I guess the other thing let me just see, is there anything actually that's like available that I haven't done yet? Stop Venatori activity in the west. I don't think I've done that at all. Liliana's spies have discovered orders from the Venatori's high-ranking commanders. A large number of mages are traveling westward to excavate something of great value to our cause. Okay. The Inquisition must find whatever its enemies are searching for. The region is vast, but Liliana is ready to put her network to use in tracking down Corypheus' minions. The Venatori are sending some of their best scholars into the wilderness. Let us discover precisely where they're heading. Oh, is this a new zone? Maybe this is the hissing waste we heard about. The Venatori, yes, this is. The Venatori are camped in a place known as the Hissing Wastes. They're working their slaves to death, digging out old buildings from the sand. The Inquisition should step quickly in, because if it doesn't, I'm going to bash the Venatori's heads in, and you'll need the new scout. Lead Scout Harding. Oh, you're the best. Not now. Let me just see if there's anything else I have here. Gather metals. I think that's just a general... Yeah, I don't really care. Hissing Wastes resources available. Okay, well... According to the scouts at camp, the remote region of the wastelands has a number of resources of use to the Inquisition. Both Deathroot and Vandal Aria, I've been looking for that, can be found along the rocky crags, though they are rare and quite dangerous to collect. Deposits of lazurite still exist in ancient mines, and expeditions could push into the mountains to look for netherite and volcanic aurum. The scouts could look for these resources and send them back to Skyhold for use. Yeah, let's just go with Cullen here. Get some metal. Let me just take a quick look around and see if there's anything else I'm missing. Bestow Morning Hala. Inquisitor, in light of the information you gave us regarding the truth of the events at Red Crossing, we would like to offer a sign of mourning to the village. Since both sides played a part in this tragedy, honoring the village with one of our halas seems appropriate. If it could be kept... I thought we did this already. If it could be kept there, it might remind both sides of the fragile beauty of things that journey to places where they are strangers. I understand that the villages of Red Crossing do not trust the Dalish given our history. If you could convince them to accept this tribute in good faith, it would be greatly appreciated. I think I had this and I decided I wanted to wait for someone else to do it. Josephine, I can twist the noble who controls Red Crossing and accept... I think Liliana was the one that went for this, right? With the right rumors, the village and Red Crossing will think that they're being granted custody of a captured trophy to honor their victory over the Dalish. That sounds bad. Because that's like ignoring the spirit of the Elfin request. I can twist the noble who controls Red Crossing into accepting this, but it will end 2 marriages and lead to at least 1 duel. I'm going to do with this route. I think this is an important symbol.
Inquisitor.
I guess there's one more thing I wanted to check, which I've had here, and I just haven't gone to it at all. The Black Emporium. I want to check this out. Voices on the wind speak of a new power abroad in the world. Inquisition, they whisper. An ancient name restored. A memory rekindled and transformed into a blaze of hope. I hear the whispers and summon the fires of the Inquisition. Here in the depths beneath the city of chains, countless mysteries hide in shadow in anticipation of the light. Come, the Black Emporium awaits. Xenon the Antiquarian must spend his days composing melodramatic invitations to his establishment. I imagine being stuck in a chair for centuries leaves one somewhat lacking for entertainment. Stuck in a chair for centuries. This particular message was hand-delivered by a cloaked figure at twilight about a year ago, or whenever I first saw this, probably more than a year ago. Precisely as the sun disappeared beneath the peaks, my men spied the courier lurking about our outer gates for at least an hour, waiting for sunset. I like how they're taking the wind out of all this melodrama. A servant under the command of some very specific instructions, I assume. That aside, I would encourage a visit to the Black Emporium. The Antiquarian's hoard is legendary. This is like Marvel's The Collector. Only those he deems worthy ever lay eyes on it. The champion of Kirkwall received an invitation once and reported, among other things, a strange mirror that could transform even flesh and bone. Who knows, we may uncover something that aids in the battle against Corypheus Leliana. Alright, so this is in Kirkwall. Okay, let's go there. You can see that the ship has been secured. Beware of what you find in the Black Emporium, Inquisitor. I have heard many frightful tales. So this is... I guess I backed off of this for a while because... I don't know. It sounded like one of those things where you just go to buy, like... I think it was a DLC I got with this game. And it sounded like one of those places that you go to just get super-powered armor, and I didn't want that. But I feel like I'm overpowered anyway at this point, and I might be wrong about what I heard about it. So... yeah, let's check this out now. And you'll notice I'm doing kind of everything I can to avoid the plot quest, because I don't know, I want to clear the other stuff first. So we're going to do this, then Hissing Waste, and then the plot thing. Codex unlocked, the Black Emporium. Look at this place. This looks like we're beneath a ship or something. Ooh, we got a few of these things. Codex... here we are. Gurgut. These are the wyvern things. The Chant of Light claims that the Maker made us, and... no, this is... I've already done this. Have I? No, I haven't. Claims that the Maker made us, and in our folly we think ourselves blessed by such fact. And if fact it is, for in my seeking I find only base illusions, the better for being torn down and mocked as inadequate in the harsh light of reason. But as an exercise, let us say that it is true, that the Maker made us. I have seen the Gurgut basking in a slanted shaft of sunlight in the penumbral canon. Its putrescent... this is a poetic motherfucker. Its putrescent tongue scenting the rancid air of the nameless and unnameable swamp, swishing the uncaring grass of the plains with its passage. It is some cousin of the wyvern, but bereft of the savage ferocity for which the latter is praised and hunted by Orlesian nobles. You know, it's kind of cute. I'll bet it would like a neck rub. Its thick-lidded eyes stare witlessly, and its jaw hangs agape. It is not befuddled or frustrated by its want of reason, but perfectly content, a drooling idiot. Its pallid belly stretches and distends, disdaining all reason when it gorges itself upon its prey. I have seen such a lowly beast swallow a chevalier whole, the great and shining warrior taken by surprise in the tall grass, his silverite armor gleaming as the Gurgut unhinged its jaw to draw the Chevalier in. It's nasty. Across its belly I saw the kicks and struggles grow frenzied and then still, as the idiot beast settled into a happy torpor. The ruined armor of the noble Chevalier lay among the Gurgut's spoor several days later. Yeah, it's just like it sounds very lazily dangerous. Say that it is true that the Maker made us. What if he made us for food? What if the grand purpose of our searching existence is to stretch the belly of a beast that slinks through the tall grass? What if there is a single unbending purpose, and in it we are cattle to feed the witless leviathans that slumber unseen beneath us? This is very, very Lovecraftian. From an Anatomy of Various Terrible Beasts by Baron Havard Pierre d'Amortazan. Master makes us check behind him for Gurguts at all times. He sounds terrified of them. He also carries a very sharp stick. Footnote in the margins of the manuscript by the Baron Scribe Dunwich. You know what? I was just saying that this feels like a Lovecraft. This is 100% a Lovecraft reference. Havard Pierre, H.P. Amortazan, Love. Dunwich is the scribe. The Dunwich horror. The Dunwich horror. This is 100%. Yeah, this is 100. The style is all Lovecraft, and the whole, like, ridiculously over-the-top florid, and even the name is just a clear reference. I feel glad that I picked that up. I feel like I'm paying attention. Places. Let's check out the Black Emporium. It is a myth, of course, nothing more, I say as I'm reading, as I'm right here. Tales of a mysterious underground shop run by an immortal, perhaps undead, proprietor who peddles impossible and implausible goods have circulated for decades among the Templars. Now and then a zealous or curious knight will go looking for the place to no avail. Stories place the Black Emporium in Kirkwall's Dark Town, the sewers of Valroyo, in the back of an empty boathouse in Lomarin, at the top of a tower in Martinspell, and hidden beneath the skirts of the giant statue of Andraste in the Murdain. No reputable source has ever found it, and none ever will because it does not exist. You will, of course, hear the standard justifications. It appears only to the worthy, it appears only to the invited, it is hidden by blood magic. I wonder which of these is true. Because the art is different. The art is like... Speaking of Lovecraft, that looks like... No, I mean... I was going to say it almost looks Cthulhian, but I don't know. It looks like a zombie, in like an undead person entwined with branches or something. I don't know. Rubbish. There is no magic that can hide an entire shop full of trinkets from the eyes of a seeker of truth. And I am not just saying that because I searched for 6 months and didn't find it. Shut up, Kristen. From a letter by Seeker Benedict to Divine Justinia for the 5th. That's awesome. This was a fruitful codex read. I really like that Gurgit entry. Alright, so what do we got here? Exit. So this is in Kirkwall's Dark... So the place in... So is this part of Kirkwall's Dark Town then, maybe?
Urchin, bring me a moist towelette.
This voice actor is already phenomenal. So are you dead? Are you undead? Xenon the Antiquarian. I left the Black Emporium empty-handed for 2 reasons. First, most of the items were priced far beyond what I could afford. Okay, so this is going to be like a gold sink. Second, I spent most of my short time there trying to sate my curiosity about its proprietor. I found myself stealing glances at the antiquarian from behind piles of books between shelves and at one point over a basket of mismatched socks. There he sat, petrified in the center of the emporium, skin of waxy gray over ancient taut sinew, moaning in a voice so dry and brittle it sounded like the snapping of twigs after a drought. A girl of not more than 12 scurried to and fro to fulfill his numerous requests. That must be the urchin. Another patron noticed my fascination and told me that the girl, most likely an urchin, rescued from the street, was responsible for the needs of the antiquarian, feeding, washing, and the like. So impossibly old he is and so fragile his skin, he can only tolerate the barest of whisper of touches from the smallest and most tender of his servants. I wonder if the servant is actually a kid or some ancient creature, I don't know. Only in this way may he come close to his lost youth, said the man. I was surrounded by objects of legend, yet none fascinated me as did the antiquarian. From a journal page found in Kirkwall's Dark Town, written by an unknown author. Yeah, you are kind of awesome looking. I guess your nose is hidden in the book. Jesus Christ.
Is for sale. Except the rejuvenating oils. Those are for my personal use.
Ew. Also, that voice scared the crap out of me. What kind of crafting materials we got? Dragon webbing, volcanic, wyverns. Okay, so this is like all the high-end crafting goods I could want. I don't expect I'm going to buy anything here, by the way. I think it's either going to be too expensive or something. I don't know. Weapons. 17,000. I guess I have 40,000. I can afford some of this stuff. Earnest Reprisal, Demon's Advocate. It's a two-handed... I'll be honest, I'm tempted to skip reading all the No. Gosh, these are some cool weapons, though. Yeah, these I don't think Amulet of the Warrior, what's that? +5 Constitution? That doesn't sound... +5 Strength, +5 Constitution, that sounds fine, but not like... Amulet of Life, 10% heal bonus. Oh god, I want that. But I already have plus 20% heal bonus. Yeah, I'd rather have my own build. Okay, let's take a look through the weapons. Earnest Reprisal is a staff. Ernest Artelli lost his voice permanently due to a terrible fever during his tenure as prelate of the Order of Mortalitasi. Those are the, where is it? Cassandra's homeland. Is it Navarra? Can't remember. In 745 Storm. This forced Artelli to find other ways to communicate with his fellow death mages, including writing on a small slate, hand gestures, and most frequently angrily shaking his staff at subordinates who failed to attend his instructions quickly enough. Okay, Karen the Mortalitasi. This last had the unintended consequence of occasionally setting fires in the vicinity. More than one acolyte fled the irritated prelate's offices with charred robes. By 747, every Mortalitasi in Navarra, knew to watch the prelate's staff for signs of Ernest's imminent reprisal. Earnest Reprisal. That's cute. That's funny. That's a lot of good stuff. Critical, 41% critical damage bonus. How does this compare for the mages in my party? Like for Dorian, say. Way better. So this may be... You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to get this. Demon's Advocate. On kill, target explodes for 100% weapon damage. Are you kidding me? Sullivan Blade may be better. But God, this is close. They're really close. According to an old Afar legend, Athene once had two daughters, both great warriors, who argued constantly about everything. If one thought it might rain, the other expected drought. Did the mountains rise up or the sky slope down? Their debates were endless or ceaseless, and more often than not ended in blows. Oh, Demon's Advocate, because they're arguing Devil's Advocate. I gotcha. At last, to have a moment's peace in the hold, the Thane sent both daughters out to hunt a wyvern that stalked the mountainside, saying that they must not return until they agreed the beast was dead. So the daughters took up a great hammer and a two-handed blade, and went into the deep forest to seek the beast's death. So long did they wander, arguing about the color of the leaves and the angle of the ground, that they forgot what they sought, and whence they'd come. Their squabbling drove the wyvern away quite by accident, but the two went on hunting they knew not what, for they could not agree to stop. That's definitely a mood sometimes. They wander still, so the Alvar say, though they found the daughter's great hammer and blade. No sign of the warriors themselves was ever discovered, save an occasional echo of dispute heard far from the mountains. That's amazing. The Foul Wind. Heal on kill, increase damage versus the living? Oh, Sarah. I'm just getting it. That was my last get, but I'm getting it. I don't care. I didn't even look at it. Sir Leonidas Pontival of Nordbotten, famed archer of the Anderfels and rumored to be one of the king's assassins, loved one thing and one thing only. Ducks. That's an unexpected turn. The Foul Wind. Oh my fucking god. Everything he owned was emblazoned with their image, from his armor to his underthings. The gardens of his estate held over 40 duck ponds. Entire migrations of mallards and teals would divert course hundreds of leagues to feed on his ground. The day he died, the massive flocks all took off from the grounds in a single movement, creating a great blizzard of shed feathers. When the down settled, no trace of the knight's estate remained, save the smell. The Foul Wind. I'm never going to get over that. That's incredible.
Black Emporium shall not be held liable for death, demonic possession, or hives resulting from improper use of the product.
His voice actor is so over the top, it's kind of amazing. What else you got, friend? Alright, 3 more things. Misfortune's Bite. This is a one-handed axe, I think, right? Ancient, yet still so sharp it could slice through a silk... I'm not even going to look at the price is beyond me at this point. I've made my choices, and I don't regret them. Ancient, yet still so sharp it could slice through a silk handkerchief tossed lightly upon its blade. Holy shit. Crafted by an Alamari smith whose name is lost to time, the axe was wielded by dozens of men and women, all of who met their downfall while in possession of it. Is it like cursed? It's Misfortune's Bite. Ulster Wolfhand tripped on an exposed tree root and sliced his own throat. Lady Magana of Amaranthine slept with it under her blankets and rolled upon it in the night, gutting herself. Why would you sleep with... Well, okay. Sir Philippe Dandel nicked a thumb while testing its sharpness. Thinking the injury inconsequential, he put it out of his mind, at least until the wound festered into a fatal poisoning of the blood. Look how much death there is here. Ban Gilroy of West Hill breezed above his head at the climax of the speech to rally his men and was struck by a bolt of lightning out of a clear sky. This is... What was that supernatural episode where they came upon the unlucky ring? Or the unlucky shoe? Or it was something... It was some unlucky thing. Some lucky... It was the lucky rabbit's foot, which gave you great... Which had tremendous power, but then, like, you were... As soon as you lost it, you were cursed with the worst luck ever. Comtesse Simone of Savren believed she could circumvent ill luck by displaying the axe. It fell out of its honored place above her mantle one night, cleaving her skull in 2. Most now believe the weapon cursed. Yeah. Only the foolhardy dare dismiss the countless deaths and maimings as mere accidents. What is the actual effect of this? Just normal stuff. I was expecting it to be like 50% chance to die with like ridiculously high damage or something, but okay. Aurora's Freedom. Aurora was a woman of Almari descent who lived in Minrathous at the height of the Emporium's glory. This is a dagger, okay. She was born into slavery and bought by a powerful mage who became enchanted with her beauty and intelligence. The two eventually fell in love. Ugh. The mage promised to free Aurora and marry her once he had earned a seat in the magisterium. Aurora waited years for her mage, bowing to his every whim, but when he finally attained his coveted position, he broke his promise to Aurora and married a fellow Altus Magister. I am excited to see the death that comes upon this dude. Aurora was given to the mage's bride as a gift, required to serve as her handmaid. At the wedding, heartbroken, Aurora resolved to take her life that night. Oh, no, that's not the revenge I was hoping for. The head of the mage's personal guard had watched their story unfold. Her sympathies lay with Aurora, not the master she served. She convinced Aurora that it was the cruel, deceitful mage who deserved death, and gave her a dagger that had been enchanted to addle the mind, making spellcasting impossible. Oh, beautiful. Aurora killed the mage and his new wife as they slept, taking her revenge and her freedom in one night. Lovely. Just these lovely short stories of Dragon Age. I'm not kidding. Like, these are fantastic. Path to Glory, a shield. Okay. It's one of those 4-pronged clover type shields. 10% chance to inflict chain lightning at 75% weapon damage. That sounds fantastic. But alas, I'm broke. This shield bears the mark... Am I broke, though? Am I really broke? Oh my god. I'm clearing out some inventory, hoping I can sell enough to get this last shield, but I just noticed Sarah's... The Foul Wind has ducks on it. Look at the handles. Look at the little things above it. It's a duck and an upside-down duck. Oh, this is glorious. Yeah, so I'm gonna sell the last word. This is the Sarah's bow. And now I have just enough to buy Path to Glory, which we'll read about now. But God, that 10% inflict chain lightning damage is really exciting. This shield bears the marks of the great smiths of Halam Sharal from the second and last Elven Kingdom. The gentle curves and knots in its design were made to evoke the beauty of nature, of leaves and petals. Inscribed on the shield's inner lip is the Elven phrase Suladin Gilana Hanin. However, close inspection reveals inexpertly made scratches on the word Suladin, proving that the phrase originally read Sulavin Gilana Hanin. Sulavin. Why is that familiar to me? Why do I know that?
I would throw in a free pickled apple, but the urchin ate them all.
You scared the shit out of me, dude. Oh my god. Where's the urchin? Let me find him. Mirror of Transformation. I was warned about this. I'm nervous. Here's my guess. My guess is that this is a thing that lets me change my appearance. Hippo buddy. Hello, friend. Snuffle up, I guess. Alright, before we forget, let me see if I can equip this. Cassandra's my main tank. Blockosaurus Rex was good, but it's no path to glory. Yeah, that's a beautiful elfy one. Okay, so here's the thing I'm nervous about.
I hear the Red Templars are trying to find this place. Not if I can help it.
This guy's like the Crypt Keeper. He's like boisterous and...
They just break everything.
Alright, I'm going to save this and going to try the Mirror of Transformation. Here we go. I assume this lets me, like, change... Yeah. Okay. No interest. Select. Save changes and exit. Yes. Okay. Great.
You went with that?
What can I say? I was born awesome. I didn't change anything. So... I think I'm done here. God, this place was a trip. And, you know, I'm actually going to call it here. I know this is kind of a short session, but it's very wordy, and I don't want to overburden y'all. But next time we're going to start the Hissing Wastes. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.